Hi, I'm so happy you're here. Welcome to the Let's Keep Moving with Risha podcast. This is Risha. I'm a motivational speaker, content creator, and I love talking about things that will help you keep moving in your life, especially on areas like your life, mental health, love, growth, and everything in between. So if you're ready, let's keep moving. Do you guys know that this is my second time filming this? Kasi I was supposed to edit it and give it to Jurens kasi siya yung mag-edit. But I'm going to be the one who will put the audio kasi separate yung video and audio, inipapatong ko pa. Only to realize that I deleted the audio and I was like, oh my gosh, that's like 2 hours of audio and all of the things, all of the videos that I recorded, which is like good for 2 to 3 episodes, is all gone. So I was I was really crying last night kasi I I I I didn't see it coming. Okay? I really didn't see it coming because it's the first time that's ever happened to me. You know, I've been filming for like 2 years. Magti 3 years na. Tapos ngayon lang nangyari sa akin na I accidentally deleted the audio and I refreshed the trashed and I cannot recover it. I used a lot of recovery apps and I also use Time Machine but it's not working. So I just have to accept that I have to re-record it. But I think it's so matched with our episode today. Before anything else, before I even talk about it, yun lang yung quick rant ko. Pero, Happy New Year. It's the first week of the year. Grabe, who would have thought that we're still going to have this kind of conversation up until 2025. And bukod dun sa mga nasabi ko nung una, bukod sa frustration ko na oh my gosh, na-delete yung first video ko, set of videos or podcast episodes for 2025, I just really wanna give so much credit on my background. I think that's essentially the reason why I was so frustrated. Kasi it's easy to record, it's easy to do that, but I felt like the first time I recorded, which was yesterday, feeling ko everything was perfect. Which is like yung background ko, I mean, I was just looking at it at my laptop yesterday kasi kuha ko naman yung audio, yung video eh. And I was like, oh my gosh, who would have thought, diba, that we are going to be able to have this kind of setup for 2025. So, I'm super grateful for that, but I didn't see the audio being deleted coming. Pero I think it's kind of related to our episode today, which is embracing the unknown. It's the first time that's ever happened to me, like what I said previously. And how can I even embrace the unknown where I worked hard for the first few sets of the videos or like the podcast episodes? I really prepared for it. And ewan ko, pero baka ako lang din to. Feel ko kasi yung pressure of 2025. Kasi 2024 has given us enough challenges. 2024 has given us enough room for improvement, room for mistakes. 2024 has stretched our containers. And so I feel like 2025 is the year we've got to apply those lessons. 2025, I feel like it's the year we've got to see results. And so I know that as we step into another year, hindi naman natin pa din magagaranti ang success, ang results, ang good things. There are still going to be a lot of things that will be unknown for the rest of the year. And that is going to be something that we will be talking about today. We were handed na kasi the situations back in 2024. And I wanna say that those situations are not meant to break us. It's meant to build us. Marami tayong disappointments, marami tayong failures, marami tayong mishaps, marami tayong mga wrong behaviors. And if you're like me, these feeling, the unknown, can feel a little overwhelming and unsettling sometimes. And you don't know what's coming, you don't know if you're ready for it. And that uncertainty feels like it's so big you cannot handle it. But here's the thing, I believe that the unknown is not just something that we should fear about, it's also something that brings magic to our lives. It's actually where the magic happens. And the unknown is a space for us to grow. The unknown is a space for us where we discover, where life surprises us in the best possible way. And today, we're talking about how to embrace the unknown, not just tolerate it, not just survive it, but actually how to embrace it. 2025 has got to be the year we've got to be excited about the unknown. And trust me, there's so much waiting for us, for both of us this 2025. Like what I said to you in my teaser last 1st of January, there's a lot more in store for us. And may this podcast be a reminder that you get to grow. You get to reach more people. You get to inspire a lot of people. Kasi I also never thought that this will be a constant thing and that I will show up every week for you guys. Pero andito tayo. Andito yung grit. Andito yung passion. Andito yung love for what I do. And I hope you get to feel that on the other side of this or of the camera. I was just talking to Jurens last night kasi super frustrated ako. As in, parang 3 to 4 hours akong nagre-recover and hindi ko siya makita. I skipped dinner. Talagang I was really watching all of the YouTube videos I can watch. And sabi niya, shit happens and that this is out of your control. It was an accident. No one wanted it. But what's within your control is how you handle the situation. There's no other choice left but to record it tomorrow. So, ano pong magagawa ko, 'di ba? It's out of my control. It's unknown. I didn't know it was coming. And so I slept. So, natulog na lang ako and here we go again. We're recording. And so may that story be our start for this year's story or this year's podcast episode series. I hope you're excited because I'm so into this work. So if you're ready to embrace the work, embrace the unknown, embrace the fun, embrace the passion, embrace the uncertainty, then without further ado, let's keep moving. The first thing I can think of on how we can freely embrace the unknown is to reframe your mindset about it, which is about turning uncertainty into possibility. So here's what I mean. Most of the time kasi when we think of the uncertainty or of the unknown, our brains immediately go to the worst case scenarios, right? Our brain will think about, what if it doesn't work? What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if I go bankrupt? What if it all falls apart? But here's a question for you. What if it all works out? What if the unknown is actually a space where amazing things are taking place? What if the unknown is actually a space for you to think of the possibilities? That there are actually amazing things waiting for you. Let me give you an example, okay? Think about a time last year na things didn't go according to plan. You didn't get the job, a relationship ended, a friendship ended, or something, something just unexpected happened. And at that time, di ba totoo na it felt like it was the end of the world. Parang there's no way out. But looking back, can you see how it led you to something even better? Can you see now why you made that decision? Why that job didn't work out? Why that relationship didn't work out? Why that friendship didn't work out? Why that opportunity didn't work out? The reason why we're so obsessed about the uncertain or the unknown is because we feel like wala lang yun. Akala natin yung mga unknown is always the negative. But actually, the unknown isn't just uncertainty. It's also about the possibility that if the worst case scenarios can happen, the best case scenarios can also take place. It's actually where your next adventure begins. So instead of asking, what if it goes wrong? What if it doesn't work out? What if I fail? What if it falls apart? Start asking, what if it goes right? What if this is the best decision that's ever going to happen in my life? What if I fly? What if I thrive? You know, that little shift in mindset can make a huge difference. And here's something you can try. You can grab a journal for 2025. I hope you guys have it. Pero ako kasi personally, I may be fond of journaling and all that, but I find it so convenient to just journal on my phone. I feel like when I'm writing it down, I get tired writing it. So you have to get to know what works for you. And hopefully by this year, you get to know that. Take a piece of paper or your phone. For me nga, yung phone ko. Write down one thing na you were uncertain for 2025. So, lagay mo yung mga list or one thing that you are uncertain. It could be your success, kung gagraduate ka ba this year, kung magkakatrabaho ka ba this year, kung magsasucceed ba yung business mo this year. And then across that, you write down all the possible things, the positive possibilities that could happen from it. And it's a simple exercise, yes, but it's just about reminding your brain that the unknown is not just about being fearful or the unknown isn't scary at all. It's also exciting. It's something you look forward to. And everybody loves something they can look forward to. For sure, there would be obstacles, diba? For sure, there would be challenges. Embracing the unknown and thinking of the positive things that could happen from the unknown isn't removing the obstacles in it. Because obstacles are nothing more than tests designed to measure how seriously you want the rewards. Again, let me repeat that to you. Obstacles are merely tests that could measure how seriously you want the rewards. So, kaya may obstacles ay para i-measure kung gaano mo kagusto ang resulta, ang rewards, ang good things after it. So, take obstacles as a sign that, okay, I'm being tested of how badly I want the results. But before we even move on to the second one, if you're currently finding value in today's episode, in our first episode for 2025, in our first episode for season 2, then without further ado, I'm going to ask you, please give us a 5-star rating here in this podcast episode. I truly appreciate it. I love to see the numbers growing, honestly. It makes me kilig. It makes me so happy that people appreciate what I do. And it's only in that way that I get to connect with you. So hopefully you get to show that love for the show, for the podcast, for me. And yeah, there's a lot of things coming for 2025, and hopefully we get to grow as a community, as a club here. And yeah, I would love to hear from you and get to see your support through the 5-star rating. Once you already reframed your mindset about uncertainty and consider it as a possibility, I want you to build a flexible mindset. So, yeah, we talk about growth mindset. A lot of times, growth mindset is about knowing that even if you don't have the intellect right now, even if you don't get that from your parents, from your genes, it means that you still can grow because there's a lot of resources around you, and that's the growth mindset. But flexible mindset is about your ability to adapt, to pivot, and to stay open to whatever life throws your way. And I think that's so beautiful. Life rarely goes as planned. That's the truth. Like, Literally, life rarely goes as planned. And honestly, that's not a bad thing. The key to navigating and handling the unknown is flexibility. Your ability to adapt, to think of other ways, to pivot, and to stay open to other ways for you to achieve or get to your destination. So think about it like this, diba? For example, you're in your journey to going to Baguio, for example. Kasi parang it's Baguio season last month, diba? Last December and up until January. And for example lang, may punong bumagsak sa daan. So, it will take a lot of hours for the authority to remove the tree. Pero, what can you do about it? Hindi naman pwedeng dumaan ka ng may tree doon or ng may bagsak na puno doon. What you're going to do is you're going to detour. You're going to reroute. And that's what flexibility is. That accident, that incident is not meant to say to you that, hey, you can't go to Baguio. Hey, you can't go here. You can't achieve or go to your destination. No, it just means that, hey, it's time for you to be flexible. It's time for you to be resourceful. It's time for you to think of other ways to get there. So if things didn't go according to plan, what things or what other ways can you do to get to your destination? It's not changing Baguio as your destination, okay? It's not changing your dream to be this person. It's not doing that. It's about thinking of other ways to get there. Pwedeng matagalan. That's a possibility. Pwedeng it could take you another couple of hours to get there. But at least you get there. That's still the goal. Baguio is still the goal, di ba? Hindi tayo, uwi na lang tayo, next time na lang. It's more of, you wanted to go there. You wanted that dream. You wanted that person. You wanted that business. You wanted that dream career. That detour is not stop. Instead, it's pause, think of other ways to get there. And you've got to find another way to your destination. And that's what flexibility is. It's finding another way forward, even when the path looks different than you expected. And one thing that helped me stay flexible is mindfulness. When I feel like I'm getting overwhelmed, when I feel like the unknown is scary, it's this moment that I know I needed to take a time to breathe, to take a pause, and remind myself to focus on this moment. To not think of, late na ako. Hindi na ako nakakasabay. Ang dami nang nangyayari, wag na lang kaya akong tumuloy. It's not about the future. It's about what you can do right now. And you know what? Most of the time, it works. The next time you feel like you're spiraling down because of the unknown, just take this time to ask yourself, no, na, what's one small thing that you can do today? What's one small thing you can do to step forward or move forward? And it doesn't have to be big. It could be sending that email. It could be making that phone call. It could be as simple as just taking a deep breath. It could be as simple as just drinking your coffee, diba? I have here my coffee. It could be as simple as that. The point is that you keep moving, which is the sole purpose of this podcast episode or podcast itself. The purpose is for us to keep moving. And when we're in that momentum, you'll know it when you're ready for big steps, for big leaps. And you've got to take it one step at a time. So now you've already cultivated or built a flexible mindset right after reframing the unknown through possibility. The next thing that I'd like for you to be reminded of as we step into 2025 is to lean on your support system. You don't have to face the unknown alone. Like, you don't have to face the unknown alone. Sometimes we get so caught up in trying to figure things out ourselves that we forget that we have people around us who wants to offer help. And you've got to receive that help. Be open to receiving help. Your friends, your family, your community, us, me, they're here for you. We're here for you. And even if it's just sending like a quick text, hey, I'm feeling overwhelmed, kape tayo. Or asking someone to listen. Or just taking a walk outside with your friends or with your family, or just hugging your family members, it helps. Like, it helps. 2024 has proven me that even if I know how to figure things out, it will fast track my progress if I'm just going to be open in receiving help. And that my friends, my family, the people around me are willing to offer me that. So why would I say no? Stop saying no to help. Like, stop saying no to it. Start saying yes instead. Now, these people, for as long as you know them and you know that they're genuine, and let me tell you, you can feel it. You can feel it when the people around you are genuine. And if not, it's a lesson learned. You'll learn the lesson afterwards. And remember, asking for support is not a sign that you're weak. It doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. It makes you a human being. And that's our goal for 2025, diba? Our goal is to be more human. Our goal is to not be more robot. Our goal is to be more human. Our goal is to build and foster connection. Our goal is to improve ourselves. Our goal is to be of support then with other people and make them feel like they're they have us, and that they're supported, and that we're always there for them. And I think it's a reminder lang for 2025 that, okay, this one's big, okay? Listen closely. It's a reminder that you've faced unknowns before. Again, you've faced unknowns before. You've been through unknowns a lot of times last year. You've been through tough times when you didn't know what was coming. And guess what? You made it to 2025. What makes you think you can't make it through the end of the year or the years after it? You figured it out, you grew, and the same will be through this year. You don't need to have all the answers right now. Chill. We're still at the first week of the year. You don't need to know exactly how everything will work out. You can only have an end goal in mind, but to not attach yourself to the results. What you need right now, if I can just say my honest thought about it, what you need right now is to trust yourself. Trust in the process, and most importantly, trust in your divine creator. Trust that he got you, and that whatever happens, you'll handle it like how you always did in the past. And here's a little mantra that I'm going to live by this 2025. I may not know what's going ahead, or I may not know what's ahead, but I trust myself to figure it out. Again, I may not know what's ahead, but I trust myself to figure it out. Doesn't that feel good? Remember, you don't have to do it alone. You don't even have to figure things out alone right now. Lean on your support system, have a flexible mindset, and reframe that unknown into possibility. That exciting things will come your way this year. Again, you've got me here. You've got a community here. We've been through a lot, and I'm very sure 2025 is going to be a year full of growth, breakthroughs, and opportunities. That's about it, everybody. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I'm really looking forward to the next 52 weeks, 51 week with you, and I hope you learned something from today's episode. I'd love to know your thoughts. But for the comment section, I'd like it to be different this time. Since first week natin, I'd love to know what you guys wanna hear for the rest of the year. Ano yung mga gusto yung pakinggan? Ano yung gusto nyong makita, marinig, at pag-aralan ko. Kasi I'm willing to like go out of my way to learn something just so I could share it with you guys. And who do you want to see here? I mean, I'm thinking of inviting people over, kahit Zoom lang, just to have this conversation because I think it's going to be a conversation full of wisdom and relationship building. And, you know, you're my number one priority. So, I want to know your thoughts. For the poll naman, are you afraid of the unknown? I know everyone is, but yeah, for the poll's sake. Ayon, if you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend who needs a little encouragement. I know you've got friends, family members who are, you know, a bit anxious about the future. And if this video or this episode helped you, isend mo din to sa kanila. Also, if you're on Instagram, Facebook, then share your biggest takeaways from today's episode and don't forget to tag me. Again, this has been your friend and your host, Risha. Know that I'm grateful for you. I have always been. And I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you big time. Like, paulit-ulit ako, but that's the truth. I'm rooting for humanity. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you big time. And I'll see you soon. Until then, don't forget to always keep moving. Bye!